is mandatory, but I know sometimes students can't make it because they're still on their fabulous break and all. But thank you very much to those of you that are able to make it here. We do have updated information that we want to let all of you guys know, and then have a pizza and games. And let me tell you, I love Starbucks, so I'm always doing the gift cards. So the basketball game is getting set up too, so that's another one. Like I said, if you guys are coming in late, Connect 4. It's all set up? Yeah, awesome. So for those of you that loves to play basketball, easy way for you to win the gift card too. Just the highest score by 11:45 today will award the Starbucks gift card. So to start off, wanted to make a couple of announcements here on some new professional staff that we have hired on. I don't know if you guys were aware, we have our new admin, Lewis.
Hello.
Please come up here and see. Tell us about yourself.
Oh,
Come on.
okay.
Putting me in the spot? Okay, I'm just kidding, but okay. I graduated in May. I know a lot of you guys. I'm starting my master's next week. So we'll be in school together, we'll be crying together, so I'm here with the ride with you guys. And yeah,
What's your favorite food?
Panda Express. So,
And for the record, that's not real Chinese food, okay? So,
yeah, it is. I'm just kidding. Okay.
all right.
There we go.
Okay, the next person is Gabby, and Gabby is our new STEM coordinator. So for all of you STEM students, yay! We've got a new coordinator. She's awesome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gabby. I'm also an ASU alum. I went 2015.
Did you?
Yeah, I graduated in 2015, and I graduated from my master's in 2017.
Favorite food?
Sushi.
Yes.
Thank you, Gabby.
We also have a couple of office assistant staff, which are our student workers. And I know two of them, there's a total of 4, but 2 of them were not able to attend this event today, but the other 2, they're here. So if I can have Andrea and Yami, come up here for a second. Hey, pro staff have to do it, you all have to do it too. So these are the gals that you will see at the front office when you come in and you check in and do the appointments. And there's the other 2 that will be here.
Hi guys, I'm Andrea. I'm a freshman here. I live like in Phoenix like my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with the area. And my major right now is, well, I usually do social work, so if you guys have those classes, let me know and we can talk about it.
Hello everyone, my name is Yamile. I go by Yami. I do stay in Taylor Place. I am first generation. I lived in Phoenix, raised here, so I know, like I said, the area, especially downtown, I loved it. And so I did change my major. I am nonprofit leadership and management. I was an EXW major, but we'll see how this semester goes with the new major. So.
Favorite food?
I like chicken, so boneless chicken, okay? Are you a chicken lover?
On the other side, I love wings, traditional.
Wings. Awesome.
You guys, some meat lovers out there too.
So the next announcement is actually, it's with me, and I think I'm gonna cry, so I'm gonna try not to. I have to leave ASU, and I have to move back to Oregon because of family, and I'm very sorry for leaving you guys because I love Trio. If any of you guys know me. I've been with the trio for the last year and a half, and I have loved it very much, and so much that I give you guys my personal cell phone number. So this is definitely a hard time for me, I'll be honest with you guys, because I really love all of you guys. I love Trio, I love my student workers and pro staff and my boss and my assistant director. So it's definitely hard for me to say goodbye to an environment that has been just wonderful to me. I think it'd be different if I hated the job, but it's something that I have to do. And for you, the younger generation, when you come across, life happens, and you'll end up having to make these hard decisions for your family, and that is something that I had to do. And for some reason, I feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I just want to say that I hope that you guys stay in contact with me, especially my SSS students. You guys have my cell phone number. It will never change. I've had it for 13 years, and I'm not planning to change it wherever I go. I do hope, though, that in the next couple of years, that it is just a temporary kind of situation in Oregon, that I can come back to ASU, because quite honestly, I really think ASU is the best university. And I've been very happy and been just honored to be you guys' coordinator. So I don't know what to say, but I'm sorry if I disappoint you guys.
We'll miss you. We miss you.
Thank you. So, anyways, had to kind of pull the Band-Aid off of that. But to continue, starting on Monday, the work hours at Trio is going to go back to Mondays and Fridays. It's going to be 8 to 5. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be 8 to 7. And the new change to the office also. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are the after hours, but we stay later until 7 o'clock. But what's going to change is, you guys know where the main door is to go into our office. That door is going to close at 5 o'clock. But the double doors that you always see that is closed, and that's kind of like in the computer lab, that is going to actually open up. So you guys just go straight down the hall, right through the double doors into the computer lab, and everybody will be in there. It's just, I think, a little bit easier access to for coming and going and all. And for students with disabilities, it is a little bit easier too. So don't think that if you're coming through, I don't know what end, this end of the entrance, and you don't see the door open, just walk a little bit further. If you use that outside elevator, which we're not supposed to because it's just a freight elevator, but if you happen to hop on it and you go down the hallway, then it's just a double door to the street. You go this elevator up, you'll hit the double doors first to get into our computer lab. Let's see here, I just want to make sure of other stuff. We have by the way, how do you guys like the Trio Blackboard?
Good.
Thank God.
I hear they're going to be replacing Blackboard with Canvas.
Yes, so Louis, you went to the training, and it's going to happen soon, right?
Yeah, so starting next semester, in the fall 2019, you guys are going to start using Canvas. So this is not going to no longer exist. So if you guys have a professor that's using Canvas, good for you. But for those, make sure, because you guys can still see Canvas, so look through it, play around with it so you guys get familiar with it. Because starting fall 2019, like you guys are just using Canvas. So it's very different from Blackboard, but it's supposed to be easier for you guys to use. So.
Yeah, I used to use Canvas at GCC.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, just be aware that we will, like, the university is going to be transitioning over to Canvas. So if you're not familiar with it, start getting familiar with it, because we're going to have to start switching over to Canvas. So, but so far, do you guys like the Trio Blackboard?
Yes.
We try not to bombard you with, the announcements, but it's kind of an easy way too for you guys. And what I always try to do is kind of like the week of to send the announcement. And then the day of the event, because in theory how it would work is you guys would look in advance on the TRIO workshop calendar to see what's going on. And then the day of, when you get the text messages from us, is basically the alerting you, last minute notice that, hey, your event, if you're interested in going, it's going to go on at that time and day. Okay. Just remember, with our TRIO workshops too, there's 5 different categories that you want to hit up. Okay. Everybody should be doing a financial piece of it, which with all of you guys that are showing up, we will have a financial component of financial aid, and Gabby will be talking a little bit about that. So you're going to be satisfying the financial side of it. Okay. Then we also have the cultural and an experiential workshop. So the dim sum, the raffle for the dim sum and the dinner and the show would be the cultural and experiential workshops. Okay. And that's free. How many of you guys have done any of the plays, the dinner, the play? Raise your hands. Cool. And then how many of you guys have done the First Friday with us? Because that's also dinner and like. So there you go. You get, hey, bestie.
I highly recommend it because we provide food for you guys.
Right.
And you guys get to meet other people so you make friends. So
Right.
if we seem annoying that we're pushing it, it's because we want you there to meet people.
Yeah.
And
And here's the thing, we hear so much how you guys want to get involved,
Mhm.
right? And that's like the easiest way. And guess what? It's free food.
Yeah.
It's free food, and you get to learn too. Ben? Oh, I explained to them, dim sum is basically Chinese brunch, okay? And what they do is they push around a little, it's like an a la carte. And with all these dumplings, different types of dumplings and food items. And so whatever you like, you just pick it, and then they serve it to you. Last time we had a total of 10 students then, Ben and I and 10 other students going, and it was a great experience. For those of you that showed up for that one, raise up your hands, please. I know maybe you went. Larissa. Patty, you were there, right? So yell it out. What did you guys think? Those that attended. Good, bad, interesting? Larissa? Okay, well, Amy gave a thumbs up, so that's good. Larissa, what'd you think? Yell it out. It was good. It was good. There's only a couple things that are a little bit unique. The chicken feet that I was telling you. There's another one that is tripe. So if you guys from a Hispanic Latino family with the noodle, very, very similar. But for the most part, I think if you like pork, you like shrimp, all for it. Try to attend that if your name gets drawn. Again, if you're vegan, vegetarian, picky with your food, not an event I do not recommend. But that is just one piece of the cultural and experiential workshop that you can participate in. And then academic and professional are the others too. This workshop calendar is basically just the beginning for, it's actually a little bit less than for the fall. Fall had a lot of other stuff going on. And we'll update it as we go too, if there's other stuff. I didn't really see a lot of the career services programs yet, and I think maybe it's still kind of early for them to post it. But when we have those, we'll let you guys know too through the Blackboard announcements. Okay. Now just remember, you guys also have to complete 2 workshops a semester. So again, all of you guys that are attending this workshop right now, this orientation, it counts as a workshop, a financial workshop, a piece to it too. So that's one down. And you just got to do all the other stuff. And I'm just going to go over as a reminder on how you can get the workshop credits, okay? So one other thing with our TRIO, as a reminder, if you go through the name, if it says, like the next one that's coming up, we have our Trio New Year M3. And that's, the M3 is, Gabby, help me. Motivation, mindful, and movement. Kind of getting you geared up for 2019. So any of the titles to the workshop that starts with Trio, and you see the maroon color right across the way, that is all of our Trio workshops that we're hosting. All the other ones are from other departments within ASU that's hosting it. So if you attend one of our Trio hosted event, you just show up and sign in, it's going to count. If you do one, let's say your criminal justice or nursing program and there's like a special guest that's coming to speak at your classroom, just ask for any of the coordinators, or pro staff for the non-Trio workshop form. Get that filled out in class, and it counts. If you couldn't see a workshop that we hosted, and we have the video, go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, and it's also on here. Right here. You click on that, it's going to take you to the link. Watch the video, write a paragraph. And for those of you that knows me, I will say a paragraph. 5 complete sentences is a paragraph. Just summarize what you learned from that workshop, and that counts. Okay. If you were to go to, let's say if you've never, first-time freshman students, never been to a basketball game, and you're going to go to a basketball game. Guess what? That's a fun event. So selfie, you, your friend, whoever, basketball court behind, so that's proof that you were there, and send it to your coordinator. It's going to count as a workshop. Okay? Everybody got it?
Yes.
Thank you, James. And when in doubt, just shoot us an email. I know some of my students will text me and just be like, hey, does this count? And I'll let you know if it counts or not. Let's see here. So that's it for that. The other thing I wanted to also mention is the tutoring services that we have here. It's so easy for you guys. This is the tutor schedule, and if you want to see all of our lovely, wonderful tutors, you can also click on here and see all of their pictures, okay? And then the schedule here. So this one on the left side, that is the on-call. So, when you walk into our computer lab, you'll see a tutor that's on call. And then this list tells you what courses they teach. They're going to tutor, they're going to help you. And the easiest thing is, if you want to schedule an appointment, you just, of course, click on that. And normally you can also log in. But it's going to take some time, so.
Yeah.
But one thing that I need to remind you guys, okay, and it's in maroon up here. When you schedule those one-on-one tutoring appointments, please remember that our tutors are also ASU students. So you got to be respectful. If it's less than 24 hours, I'm going to tell you right now, forget about it. You can't do the one-on-one if it's less than 24 hours. If it's more than 24 hours, you can schedule the appointment, okay? Everybody got that?
Yes.
Okay. So just remember that. Less than 24, can't do it. Before, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to hand it over to Gabby to talk about the financial aid component. Okay. And actually, if I can have some of our student workers to help pass this out too. I'm going to pass around their financial aid little cards.
Right, so how many of you guys have taken out loans yet? Okay. Do you guys know what the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized loans are?
Subsidized, don't incur interest and stuff after college. And you don't have to pay it simply after you graduate.
Yeah,
And then
so,
subsidized, it does incur interest.
yeah, exactly. So to repeat what he said, subsidized loans means that the government pays your interest for you while you're in school. So you don't have to pay any interest on your loans until 6 months after you graduate, or if you fall below half-time enrollment. Do you guys know what half-time enrollment means? It means if you're enrolled in 6 credit hours or less. So full-time is 12 credit hours. So if you're enrolled in 6 credit hours, then you're eligible for your loans to disperse. Okay, so if you guys ever need to reference back to what I'm asking you right now, or this information, it's all on My ASU. When you click on the loans that are in your My ASU on your Finances tab, it'll take you to this page. Click on Federal Student Loans. So the other really important part is to monitor your loan debt and your limits. So here you have the comparison of the subsidized and unsubsidized loans. So subsidized loans are only for undergraduate students. If you're planning to do a graduate degree, you'll only be offered an unsubsidized loan and something else that's called a Graduate Plus loan. And for this school year, the interest for both loans for undergrads is 5.05%. And that gets compounded monthly, even for unsubsidized loans while you're in undergrad. Let's see what else. Does anybody have any questions about loans?
How much can you get every year?
So the loan limits, if you scroll up, so federal Stafford loans are subsidized loans and unsubsidized loans. There's just a lot of names for everything.
What do you mean when it gets compounded like every month?
So your interest gets compounded every month.
What do you do that?
Oh, so if there's an interest calculation, 5.05% of your loan gets added every month. So that's what your interest is for the unsubsidized loans while you're in school. Okay, so these are the loan limits, and they're based on if you're a dependent student or an independent student. If you're under the age of 24, if you're not married, if you're not a veteran, and some other weird cases, you're typically a dependent student even if your parents don't pay your loans. So that means that you have a little bit less in a loan limit than if you were an independent student. And you can see those amounts for yourself right here. And in this category, this is the total. This one right here, the $138,500, is the maximum loans you can borrow as an undergraduate student, which seems like a lot, but if you take out loans every semester, especially if you're an out-of-state student, or if you take a Graduate Plus loan, it adds up really quickly. So monitor your debt, basically. How do you get awarded loans? So you have to do your FAFSA to get awarded loans. So for this year, if you got awarded for the fall, then you'll also be awarded for the spring. Has everybody submitted their FAFSA for next year? Yeah. Okay, so don't forget it. If you want financial aid for next year, the 19-20 school year, do your FAFSA. If you need help completing it, you can make an appointment and we'll help you through it. All right, well, that's all I have for you, unless you guys have any questions.
The pizza arrived, you guys, so I'm just so excited about the food. One last thing, the Disability Resource Center, they're hiring student leaders. So if you guys are looking for a job, if you have time after our orientation, go upstairs and ask for more information. That's the only email that I got, was that they're looking to hire, but it didn't go into detail. So if you are interested, swing by the DRC office so that you can get more information in regards to that. So, so after this, please remember to schedule your appointment with Gabby, the STEM coordinator, or Ben, the assistant director, who will be taking over my students. Okay, so remember to schedule that. And if you've already made the appointment, that appointment was with Ben. So the alert will be the same way also. And if you don't know who Ben is, turn around or he's walking right now. That's Ben. And his office is right next to mine. So, now, before we go into the fun part, so this was all more of the serious stuff that we wanted to share with you guys, so that you guys are aware of it. And before we break for like the pizza and the raffle drawing and all of that stuff, oh, by the way, the academic planners that you see sitting at the table here on the left, if you guys, these are leftovers from the fall, and it's still usable for the spring and the summer. If you guys didn't get an academic planner and you want, if you want one, just grab it, okay? The other thing is, so I want to make sure that you guys are listening to this serious presentation. I've got surprises for you. If you know the answer, yell out your name really loud. And I might need some of the student workers to like help me here. Louis, you're over there, so you can probably hear some over there. I'm telling you, like, yell your name out. For example, the student example one. What is our trio director's name? Alexander. What's the answer? Ralph, yes. You gotta say it louder. And you back there, you're gonna have to scream really loud. Student workers, you cannot win this prize, so don't even answer. Okay, so the first question is this. Name the 5 workshop categories. Yell out your name really loud if you know it. Name the 5 workshop categories. I could have sworn I just went over this. Anybody? Did all of my Starbucks gift card just go to waste? Jennifer.
Cultural, academic, professional.
Wait, so they get cultural? Academic?
Academic, professional,
Professional?
financial,
Uh-huh.
and experiential.
Yes! Wow! Just want to let you know, this is a grant-funded program, so don't get too excited with that Starbucks. Probably good enough for a drink, okay? Okay, next one. Yell out your name really loud. Name the 4 ways to get workshop credits. Again, it's something that... Angel? Sorry, she was Angel? YouTube video and a paragraph. Selfie. Non-trio workshop form. And show up to our trio event. Awesome. There you go. Okay, last one. Sorry, so Lolly, you gotta scream. Okay. Better be quick, you guys. Really loud. You guys help me out back there too, if you hear anybody. Okay. What is the difference between an unsub and subsidized student loan? Logan. Yeah, I heard.
So subsidized loans like gonna start doing any interest to like after you're out of school, the government pays for the interest while you're in school, and you don't have to pay it until like 6 months after you graduate, and unsubsidized, the government doesn't pay for it, it just starts adding interest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. You got it. That was really long. Unsubsidized, the interest is, it's not, it doesn't accrue until you're done with school. That's the easiest way to remember it. Subsidized is the one, no interest until you're done with school. Unsubsidized, it's just like any regular loan. The minute you borrow that money, interest is going to start accruing. Okay, but just remember remember on both of those, the loans, you don't have to start paying back until you're done with school. Okay, 6 months after, all right? Either graduation or like, let's say you decide to take a break or whatnot, okay? Alrighty, there you go. Okay, guys, let's get pizza. And I'd say in about 15 minutes, we'll do the drawing with the raffle, okay? So this, I just want to let you guys know, this